Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It is Thursday. It is April 30th, the last day of April. That's really hard to believe that another month is about to start on us tomorrow. But here's your Thursday update for you, and I'm excited to be able to tell you a few things. Let me first just say that this morning, as I maybe have shared over the last few weeks, every week on Thursday mornings at 11:30, pastors from many of the evangelical churches in Sarnia are getting together, and we are praying together. We're praying for one another, and we're praying for our city. And this morning we were joined by Mayor Mike Bradley. Had an opportunity to hear from him and also to just pray for him and the leadership that he's providing to our city amid COVID-19 and all the changes that are taking place, all the additional meetings, and for those who serve in leadership, there's a lot to consider, that's for sure. And so just thankful to be able to spend some time with him, and Lord willing, we will be able to do so again, and to be able to communicate that we are here to support and to support his efforts and the efforts of the leaders of our city in promoting what is the peaceful path through this situation. And so thanks for doing your part to uphold that as you go through your days. And so that's one thing I want to share with you. The second thing I want to be able to share with you is I just came back just half an hour or so ago. Just came back from Landmark Village, our weekly stop in there to talk to Janice Horley, the executive director, and we stopped in there with 27 flowers, Gerbers, very colorful flowers, placed individually in vases for each of the staff members so that they could take it for themselves, or they might take it home to a family member who's been supportive to them, or they can give it to one of the residents. But just a way to communicate, a tangible way to communicate that we are supporting them, we're thinking of them, we were praying for them. And you know, Janice told me that she's been working for 43 straight days. She doesn't feel like she can take a day off. She wants to be able to be there for her staff and for the residents amid all the changes that are happening on a daily and almost hourly basis at times. And so she's very thankful. They're very thankful for our continued support week by week for them, and for the prayer that we extend on their behalf. And today we took those flowers from Flowers Forever on Russell Street, just around the corner from where our church building is located. Sue, the owner there, has been a wonderful support to us over the last few years, and she's moved to this location. And do you know what she did today? Because I went in there a few days ago and talked to her about this idea, and she thought it was a great idea. And then today she said there wasn't going to be a charge, that she felt she had been, ordered something extra and she didn't know why, and she felt this is what God had for her to do. And so she is thankful that we were going to be able to take it for her. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing how God brought that together to provide this blessing? And so thank you for your support and your prayer for God to continue to lead us forward in that way. And then the last thing I want to share with you for today is just some news coming out of our governing board meeting on Tuesday evening. I had indicated that at our Facebook meeting, our Facebook Live coffee break yesterday. There's some things I wanted to save till today. And you might have some questions about, hey, how are we doing? How are we managing? And so let me just say that God is faithful. God is our provider. And as we acknowledge Him, as we stay focused on the mission, He continues to provide for us. And that has been true not just in these last 6 weeks, but for several years. And so we are thankful for that. We're thankful also for those who continue to honor the Lord through their tithes and offerings, whether through e-transfer or some have mailed in their tithe check, others have come by and put them in the mailbox. And so we're thankful that for your commitment to honoring the Lord, and we are trying to position ourselves as a church who represents God's best in terms of looking after those in need, looking after those who are in need, who are older than us, looking after single moms and their kids, looking after the agencies, or being able to provide for the agencies who are looking after those people as well, to be who God calls us to be, to care for those around us. And so your tithes and your offerings help to fund that. And you know what? God has continuing to supply. We've made some operational changes, no doubt, over the course of this time. But our ministry, even though our building is closed, our ministry is unhindered. God is supplying amply. And in fact, all of our commitments, including our mission commitments, our commitments to organizations, whether they're local or national or global, they're all being taken care of. Everybody is being supported through the ministry of the SEMC. Those things that we have agreed to, God has continued to allow us to be faithful to those and to those people. That's pretty exciting, isn't it? To know that those things are not unhindered either, at least from our participation level, that we're still able to maintain those things. So that's an exciting thing as well. And so thank you so much for your commitment to that on a regular, whether it's weekly or bi-weekly or monthly basis. And if you are somebody who usually tithes through the envelope or through the offering plate or check or whatever, and you want to be able to do that, then you can join us this Sunday, 2 to 4 p.m. We're holding a food drive here, and you can drop off your tithe if you so desire during that time. We'll be here. Food drive, we're having that on Sunday from May 3rd from 2 to 4 p.m. Non-perishable items will be when we'll distribute those to local agencies as we have opportunity, as we're in discussion with them. Or if you want to e-transfer a donation, then we will either buy groceries or we'll write a check and distribute to those organizations, as we have been doing over these last 6 weeks. And those are very necessary. In fact, at the end of my portion, I'm going to add a clip on from Daphne Bork at the Salvation Army Food Bank, just to let you hear from her how much they appreciate our generosity, but also what the need is really like in Sarnia at this point in time. You know, one of the passages that I left you on Sunday was from John chapter 16. It says, talking about the Holy Spirit, it says, when He, the Spirit of truth, comes, He will guide you into all truth. He will not speak on His own, but He will speak only what He hears, and He will tell you what is yet to come. He will glorify me, speaking of Jesus, He will glorify me, because it is from me, Jesus, that He will receive what He will make known to you. All that belongs to the Father is mine. That's why I said the Spirit will receive from me what He will make known to you. And so my prayer for us is that we become we learn to depend on the Spirit of Jesus to lead us according to His truth. There are new things that reflect the complete unfolding of His kingdom that He has for us to discover now, to put into practice. And how can we discover it if we're not seeking God in His truth? And so may these days also be days where you are spending more time in His truth with a desire to act in obedience to that truth. God has opportunities for us, whether it's by letter, whether it's by phone call, whether it's by email, whether it's by messaging, whether it's by using, maybe you make crafts or cards, or you can do simple jobs for people. You can do errands for people. Be of help. You can bake goods for people. Be of good help to those around you. Now is a great time for all of that. And I look forward to speaking more about those things on Sunday, actually. Anyway, that's really enough for me. And listen to this message from Daphne at the Salvation Army. And then we'll see you Zoom call Friday night, 7:30. And the link will be in your e-bulletin, as well as on the Facebook page. And then Sunday morning, we'll see you for a live check-in at 9:15, Kid Jam at 9:30, music at 10, message at 10:30, then live communion on Facebook Live at 11:30. God bless. Keep well, wash your hands, and let's continue to make a kingdom difference.
Good morning, Sarnia Evangelical Missionary Church family. My name's Daphne Burke, and Dave Persed came by the other day with another generous check, plus some food donations from you guys to the Salvation Army Food Bank. And I'm a frontline worker with the Salvation Army, and I just wanted to first off say thank you so much for your continued support, your generosity, your prayers. This is a really unique time, and we are so thankful to be in a position to help people out in their need already in the community, and just continue it through this COVID crisis. Dave asked if I could mention some needs we are starting to have at our food bank. First of all, the community has been very generous, just like you guys have, and we try very hard to be good stewards with our items and not ask too much more than we would actually use. But to be honest with you, we've gone through so many emotional phases, as you guys probably have in your own life, where at one point the giving was amazing, and then it kind of hit to a point where we really felt like the Lord was just providing exactly what we needed the day of. And now we're kind of at a point where things are a little bit more at a standstill, just as I think this situation progresses. And so right now, some things that we are in a consistent need for are school snacks, juice boxes, canned fruit, canned meat. We're focusing a little bit on our homeless population, so like pop-up top lids, portable like styrofoam bowls or cutleries. Our elderly population would be like Depends, Insure. We will be buying some of these things as the fund comes in, but if you're looking for some tangible items, those are some ideas. Giving money is not a less of a gift right now, because we can actually focus specifically on our needs. But of course, if you'd like to give some items that you do have, there are ways. You can do it through your drive, or there's also non-contact bins out front, or slipping envelopes through the door. But basically, as I'm asking for items, I'd also just ask for your prayers. We are just very passionate about serving the Lord in this time and trying to reach people, to give them genuine hope. And if we can do it in tangible ways, that's great. If there can be ways that we can offer other kind of spiritual assistance, we're ready, and we're hoping that those opportunities will happen. And so we thank you for your partnership, your fellowship in prayer, and your continued support. If you guys have any questions, you can always call the Salvation Army at 519-344-1142, or talk to Pastor Dave, as he's been in contact with us greatly. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you.